What is up, guys? It is Pup, your coach of the Green Bay Drilburs, and today we are building a team for Week 6, the final regular season week of the GWA Low Tier League. So up for you right now, I hope you guys can see it correctly. Here is our standings right now. So we have 0 in the Spain's Boinks at number 1, 4-1 plus 14. We have Dries and Navy's Fields at 4-1 plus 8, and then us, the Green Bay Drilburs, at 4-1 plus 2. So we're on a very large winning streak, and we need to win 3 more to make the playoffs. 3 more to win the championship. So they changed it. Before it was going to be the top 8 go to the playoffs. And then Spin, who's number 4, so it's not like he had any real stake in this. Because we don't have so many people in the league, just the top 4 are going to go to the playoffs. So we have an insane race for number 4. So anyone in this top 8 can make it this week. Of course, 0, Dries, and I all make it in with a win. But we can also all make it in with a loss and the other 2 winning. So if I lose this game, so I play Crepsicle, who is down here at 6. So I play Crepsicle. If I win, they will move up, and I'll have horrible differential. But 0 and Dries also play Spin Docta and Pangolin. So if 0 and Dries win and I lose, I'll still make it, since there'll be 4 teams with at least 4 wins, and I will be the 4th seed. So then go for any of this top 3. Spoolboy and Wolf Haley can also both make it, I'm pretty sure. It would need all 3 of us top 3 to win, and then Spoolboy and Wolf Haley would have to win their game and have a higher differential than the others to break into that 4th seed. So it is a very, very close to playoff race. So I either need to win this or need to really hope that 0 and Dries pull out. But I'm going to pull out all the stops this week just to win this. Let's go right over to my team. First of all, let's see what we're up against. They have Dragalgy, which is a monster. Okay, they have Terra Noctowl, Hisuian Decidueye, Orthworm, Weirdeer, Primplup, Luxray, Terra Glaceon, Braxton, and Swadloon. It's their Noctowl. Pretty sure it's Flying, Fairy, and Fire, and Glaceon is Ice, Water, and Electric. So they have a very, very threatening team. Dragalgy, it clicks Draco Meteor and it claims a kill against my team. That's pretty much how it is. I have Morgrim that I could bring, but then he just clicks Sludge Bomb and I die. So I have to answer that thing like very, very carefully. And then Weirdeer can set up agilities and sweep my team with like Calm Mind, Agility, Stored Power. Orthworm can pass Shed Tails to everyone, and it eats all the ground type moves. So if I bring Sand Slash to counter Dragalgy and knock it out in one hit with Earthquake, they can just switch into Orthworm, and I don't have anything to hit it with. Brick Break does 20% because Orthworm has like base 150 defense. It's crazy. And then Luxray and Glaceon, they both have Trailblaze and huge sweeping potential. Luxray with Guts and Glaceon just with a very, very powerful Ice typing and Terra. Swadloon also has Sticky Webs, so I have to worry about that. I hope they don't bring Swadloon. I don't think they should, because on my team I have Crocolore, Raboot, and Swanna, who all have 4 times super effective attacks. I also have Terra Flying Electrode, which you can see right up here on the screen that I'm bringing this week. So hopefully they do not bring that Swadloon. Even if they do though, I have answers. So let's get into my mons. First of all is Electrode here. Electrode has probably been our MVP this season. Maybe Sableye. And it's been Electrode. Electrode's been crazy. I'm running heavy duty boots this week just in case they get up webs and I can't get them away. I have Static. I can just like paralyze a Glaceon that tries to kill me with Trailblaze to get a speed boost, or like Hisuian Decidueye or something. And I'm running Taunt, Terra Blast, Thunderbolt Volt Switch. So if I see the Swadloon, I could lead this thing, taunt it, Terror Blast flying it, and blow it out. If it is Eviolite fully specially defensive, it will live one Terror Blast. I would need to be Choice Specs to be able to knock it out, even though I'm modest, as you can see here on the screen. So it really depends what I think they're going to be, because I can either lead this thing or my next Pokemon to be able to destroy it. And if you look at my EV spread, I'm running 232 speed, so that brings me up to 394. And that will outspeed any Scarfer on their team besides Braxton. And Braxton really doesn't do too much against my team. It gets walled by Sableye, it gets walled by Quillfish. I mean, not really walled by Quillfish at all. But if you're just running fire moves, it gets walled by Crocalor. It gets completely walled by Sliggoo. So I feel pretty confident that they won't bring the Braxton. That's like the one thing that I hope they don't bring, and that they shouldn't bring anyways. So yeah, I'm just gonna be able to outspeed all the Scarfers besides that, or like Luxray and Glaceon if they get +1 from Trailblaze. Because when I went back and watched their other battles from this league, they brought Glaceon and Luxray in the same battle with Trailblaze, and they put in work. So I'm worried about that. And I just have max special attack and the rest in HP. Pretty self-explanatory. Next is the GOAT of this week. I'm bringing Choice Banded Libero Raboot. And this thing clicks Flare Blitz and it claims kills. So it'll one-shot like Noctowl, Decidueye, Weirdeer, Luxray, Glaceon, and Swadloon. So even Earthworm doesn't even get one-shot by Flare Blitz or High Jump Kick because it has such high defense, which is so obnoxious. But if I have a Spike Up, then it's like a 75% chance to kill anyways. But alas. Running Flare Blitz, U-Turn, HJK, and Sucker Punch. So Sucker Punch is there if the Weirdeer gets an agility, or like Luxray and Glaceon set up speed and I can't stop it. I mean, I hit Dragalge really hard even though he resists every single one of my attacks except for Sucker. I think it's still doing about 40%. So that's really good. It's because I'm running Adamant, running some HP, and then a 184 speed. That's going to put me at 270. And I'm going to pull up my notes right here. Braxton at 252 with a Timid Nature gets up to 269, and that is the fastest thing on their team without any boosts. So Raboot will outspeed their entire team, barring Choice Scarf. So I think that this thing could put in a ton of work. If Swadloon leads, I potentially could lead this thing. If there's no Prinplup, I definitely lead this thing, because Prinplup is the one thing that can actually eat Flare Blitz. I mean, not too well. It does like 30-ish%, and High Jump Kick is a 2-hit KO against it with this set. So I could always predict the Prinplup, and they don't have any ghost types. But I'm just worried that they might stay in and be like Focus Sash and set up anyways, and then I just kind of waste all my momentum going for a High Jump Kick. I could also U-turn on the first turn against Swadloon. Other things that they could lead are the Earthworm, because it could set up rocks. Prinplup obviously can set up rocks as well. So if I see Prinplup, then I lead Electrode. Prinplup plus Swadloon. If I do not see Prinplup and I see Swadloon, then I lead Raboot. And that's pretty much it for this one. Next we have Berserker. So Berserker is my Dragalge answer. And I mean, I can bring up the calcs right here. So if I bring Berserker, Assault Vest versus this Dragalge. So it really depends on if they're going to be Choice Specs or if they're going to be like a bulky attacker set. So if they're bulky attacking, my set here, I'm running like 0 attack and 252 special defense. And their Draco does like maybe a 4 KO if they're not Choice Specs. And if they are, let me see, Choice Specs, it's a 3 KO. I mean, obviously not with the like bad boosts going against it. So this thing can actually eat hits. The one downside is that Dragalge can run Focus Blast. And Focus Blast from a Choice Spec set, if they're running max special attack, does 75%. And that could be really bad, but this is the best answer I have. Literally nothing else could take like any more than one Draco, even with the -2 special attack. So this is what I gotta run. Running Fake Out, not supposed to be Iron Defense, Iron Head. There we go. Knock Off and U-turn with full special defense, a little bit of attack. Fake Out is really nice against their team. It can be used to, like, against a Luxray that has Guts going for it, and it can get chip with Fake Out and then get more burn chip. It's nice to stop some sweeps. Nice to try to break a like Knock Towel that is setting up and trying to sweep with Terra Fire and do that. And I just have Iron Head Knock Off U-turn. Knock Off is great into the Dragology also, because if they're not choice specs, then they're going to be Black Sludge or Leftovers, most likely. And knocking that off will be huge, because once I get Dragology gone, the game is really in my favor. And then if they end up bringing Prinplup, then knocking off the Eviolite is going to be huge as well. Alright, fourth we got the Sableye. So I'm just running a very, very normal set. Looks pretty similar to what I've ran a bunch of the other weeks. Leftovers, Prankster, Recover, Will-O-Wisp, Knock Off, Disable with max HP, max defense, and a little bit of special defense. So this set, it's really designed to take on like Hisuian Decidueye, Orthworm, Weirdeer if you're like any sort of physical set. It can eat some hits from Luxray. And Disable is really nice because if the Weirdeer has like one move that can hit me, like even if it's special, if it brings Earth Power to hit me, since I'm immune to normal and psychic, then I can disable that and completely wall it. Like if they bring Luxray and they go for Wild Charge, then I can disable that and they have to hit me with like Trailblazes since they can't hit Facade. Even like Hisuian Decidueye, it has Scrappy, so it can hit me with its 1,000 arrows, but I can disable that afterwards and then Will-O-Wisp, Recover, Knock Off. That's pretty great. I can also disable Draco from Dragology if it like kills something on my team and then I switch into this, or at that point I'd probably just knock it off, but whatever. Let's go to our fifth Pokemon, Swanna, and this is the first week I'm not bringing Choice Scarf Swanna. I'm bringing Heavy Duty Boots, Big Pecs, Ice Beam, Surf, Roost, and Defog with some crazy Chinese EV spread here. So this EV spread allows me to live any Draco from Dragology. I think it's non-choice specs. Swanna, let me put my set in here just to make sure. 176 with a Calm Nature. Yeah, it's a non-choice specs. I will live 100% of the time. I'll live on 3 HP is the least I could live on. And then at -2, I will always outspeed them, and I can Roost, and it will recover more than they can do with their -2 Draco. So if they are not choice specs, and also like not like a Dragon Plate or whatever, or Dragon Claw, then I can outlive them, beat them with Ice Beam, and defog away any Toxic Spikes they would want to set up, any Stealth Rocks that the Orthworm would want to set up, and I do decent damage to everything on their team. It was really a toss-up whether to bring Ice Beam or to bring Hurricane, or like Air Slash, I guess. But I thought Ice Beam was a little bit better into their team. Like it just hits everything neutral. So if Dragology wants to switch out, of course they could switch out into Prinplup, but I'm just hoping that it's not there and I have Electro to deal with that anyways. But if they want to switch out into like a Weirdeer, then Ice Beam is going to hit it and not miss. Hisuian Decidueye, I'm still going to hit with Ice Beam. Knock Owl, I'm going to destroy with Ice Beam as well. So I thought this is a pretty good set. The 270 speed we already went over with Raboot, so it's going to outspeed everything on their team barring any boosts. And then lastly, I wasn't exactly sure what to run in this slot, but I thought Quillfish would be nice. Protect, Toxic, Flip, Turn, and Spikes with Black Sludge and Intimidate. I'm running pretty much max speed, which will outspeed Orthworm and Weird Ear, which are base 65s, which means it's also will outspeed the Glaceon. So that means the only things that can outspeed me on their team are Noctowl, Luxray, and Braixen. And of course it sucks to get outsped by Luxray, but it's not even really a big deal because I'm going to switch into this thing, Intimidate it, Protect, set up some spikes, click Protect, get all my HP back. And they're of course going to do 1,000,000% to me, but this is just meant to whittle it down a little bit so that either Raboot can Sucker Punch kill it, Electrode can Revenge kill it with a Thunderbolt, or Berserker can Fake Out. And it also is just really good into Decidueye, kind of walls the Orthworm, and of course they can go and Shed Tail, but I can set up spikes and Flip, Turn out and get momentum. So that is my team for this week. Let me reiterate, I need to win this game to make the playoffs on my own accord. If I lose this game, I might not make the playoffs. It's probably like a 50-50 shot if I lose the game if I'm going to make the playoffs or not. So I would really, really like to win this. So that's it for the team builder. I'll see you guys in the battle. Okay, here we go for this battle. I really, really hope we can pull it off. What do they bring? They bring everything scary. I mean, no Glaceon, no Primplup, and no Swadloon. So actually not everything scary. They got the Weird Ear. They have everything. I'm thinking that I could just lead Raboot and destroy them if they don't lead something Scarfed. Even if they have like a Scarf Noctowl or something, I don't think I'll die to anything. I also definitely see the Dragalge leading off. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go Bugs. I'm really nervous about this battle. I really want to win. I've put in so much work this season. And if we win this, then we're in the playoffs. We will get at least the 3 seed. And potentially the 2 or the 1. Alright, they're standing by 2. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. Let's see what they end up leading with here. I'm really curious. It could definitely be the Dragalge instead of Toxic Spikes. Then I get to see their set. There you go. Puka Puka. Yep, it is the Dragalge. Okay. And this week I brought out the measure thing here. So I can put that on there. That looks about right. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for U-turn, and if they're max HP, then this will do about a quarter. Just turn to the bug type. And it does a little under a quarter. Max HP seems about right, maybe a little bit more. So I think I just go Iron Cat here. We could see if they are going to be specs. They could just go straight up for the Draco. And we dodge. I mean, that kind of sucks just because I don't get to see what set they are. But I'm going to go for knockoff here. Just good into everything. Now they see that this is my switch in. Actually, no. Now I'm looking at that. It did more than a quarter, just slightly. So it might have just got like a high damage roll. The roll I'm looking at here is 23 to 27%. So definitely could be about that. They withdraw, and I just get a free knockoff. Banbaro. So Weird Ear. This is not going to like that. I mean, they intimidate me. Ooh. Still does 50%. They have the Light Clay. Okay. So Berserker versus Weird Ear. Knockoff after Intimidate did what? 25, 30, 35, 40-ish%? Yeah, that looks about right. Iron Head's still gonna do a lot. I don't really know what they hit me with either. Maybe Earth Power? If they have that. I'm just gonna go for Iron Head here. See what they go for. Because I can definitely take a hit or two. I don't want them to get like free Calm Mind or Agility. They do go for Earth Power. It does a decent amount. Earth Power. It says it'll do. So I think they're not modest. For sure. Definitely not modest. And that's, yeah, that's about right. We did a decent chunk. I think I switch out here. We got into Avatar. No, I mean, I just can always switch out into this thing. It sucks to get damage on Berserker, but it's not really that big of a deal. I just wish I could have seen the Dragalge set. Use for Reflect. I wish at this point I had Encore and I could Encore them into Reflect. But I think I click Knockoff. Should do a decent chunk to them, even though they don't have an item and there's Reflect up. Let's see, through the Reflect. I'm still doing, about a quarter. And I really doubt that they're going to want to, they could stand and set up a light screen, but that just means that they're going to die the next turn. They're going to click Earth Power. Does 101. Alright. And that doesn't do as much as I expected. Just go for another knock. Or I just disable it, to be honest. If they switch out, it's good for them. But I don't see why they would switch out when I'm threatening the knockoff right here. Who knows? Maybe they will. But I'm just hoping that they stay in. Because if they stay in, then they can't touch me. I'm sure this thing is dual screens, Earth Power, and then some Psychic or normal move. They do withdraw. Wow. I could have gotten a free knockoff here. Malfestio. Decidueye. Okay. It's disable. It does nothing. Decidueye Hisui. They can do. They can't kill me if they're not attack invested, and if they are attack invested plus Lumberry, then it's a very good play by them. I think I just Willow. They could go out to Luxray, but I still think this is fine. They do just stay in, and I miss, and they knock off. Okay, that does a lot. All right, I think I just go for Will-O-Wisp again though. They do withdraw, probably into Luxray. Nargacuga is the Luxray. Thought I was just knocking off that turn, but had to play it safe. So now they are into Luxray with Guts. Wild Charge for me, Jolly Guts. We'll do about 60 to 70. No more Reflect. But I can just recover here. They're just going to be taking that burn chip. If they decide to Trailblaze, I can sit here and spam recovers. If they are Jolly, I'll live a Trailblaze plus Wild Charge. But it would be a great play if they're Guts and like Life Orb or Magnet or something. maybe even banded. Let's see. They do go for Trailblaze. Okay. Definitely figured that could come. It does about 70 damage. And that's what I'm expecting from a Jolly variant. So, right now, Wild Charge cannot kill me. But I think I just knock off for Chip. Does a good chunk. Or I could just sit here and recover stall. Yeah, let me click recover once. Make them get a lot of Wild Charge Chip. They go for play rough. Okay, I live that. Okay. So they know I could disable them right here. So I feel like it's a good play to go for recover. I've completely misplayed this at the beginning, but that's okay. I think this should be a good play. Best case scenario is that they click Wild Charge and do a lot of recoil. They go for play rough. Man, I could have disabled that. And it could have missed. We're in such a bad spot now. And they're +1. I mean, I know that I'll be able to outspeed them with my Electrode, but I can't really do too much with Electrode. So we saw Trailblaze and play rough. So how much does this do to my Quillfish after Intimidate? Guaranteed live it. Yeah, I think I go Quillfish. Get that Intimidate off. I'm gonna click Protect here, just to get some extra burn chip on them. Let's see. Yeah, this is a bad start, but this is what I brought Quillfish for. It was exactly this. Let them chip themselves. Next turn I can maybe click Spike, get another Protect off. They're going to take a bunch of recoil. They withdraw. That is crazy. Probably predicting some sort of either explosion or, I don't know, explosion, Destiny Bond, something like that. Or Toxic Spikes. Now I can just get Toxic on this thing. I'm sure it'll do a decent amount. Decidueye, a knockoff. It's fine by me. It does. It says in the calc here that this defensive set should do about 80 damage. I mean, that looks about right. I'm gonna click Spike. They could just defog, but getting a Spike up against their team is pretty nice. They do withdraw this turn. They go, okay, they go into this thing, which is fine. I'm gonna Protect here. Just once. I'm really curious. I'm assuming that they've got to be specs. So if they go for Focus Blast here, then I'm in a good spot. They go for Flip Turn. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna outspeed this thing. So I'm gonna throw off another Spike. Do outspeed, get 2 layers up. And they click Draco. So definitely not specs. So they're gonna pick up a second kill, which puts me in a real tough spot. But now I feel like I can go into Avatar here and just click Ice Beam against this thing. I feel like that should be completely fine. Yeah, I'm definitely throwing a little bit here, but it's okay. I can definitely bring it back. Having 2 layers of spikes up is really nice, and I'm in a good spot. We're gonna stay in. Take about 25% and flip turn out. So they're definitely bulky. I feel like a little bit more bulky on the special side. Let's see what they go out to. It could be the Hisuian Decidueye. Although, like, just to get rid of the spikes. Although that's a horrible play for them. Like, I could just destroy them in one shot, but I didn't actually bring Hurricane or Air Slash. And if they knock me off, it's not too bad. I do have Soren, which is the knockdown one. I really wonder what they're going to do here. Like, probably Calm Mind, potentially. Or they could be Defog. I feel like my play is to Ice Beam. It could definitely be Calm Mind. Do a little bit over a quarter. Weakness policy. Oh no. I might have just got 6-0'd by this thing. And the agility too. Wow. Yeah, man. This is bad. +2 special attack, +2 speed. This is... wow. And they're gonna tear it here. I knew this could come. I was worried about this thing. I think I just die. Fairy Terra. And they nasty plot. They're gonna get up to +4. Okay, so I have a shot to freeze them. Don't do too much damage. Don't get the freeze. Holy. Okay, this is bad. I mean, even Raboot now can't kill it with the Sucker Punch because they're Terra Fairy. I don't think. Sucker Punch does less than 25. But that's against a very, very bulky one. You're gonna Moonblast me, knock me out. Alright. So I feel like I can bring in my Iron Cat and a Moonblast against Berserker being +4. This is 50. So if they don't have Heat Wave or if they miss it, then I definitely kill them. But I go for a Fake Out for sure here. Does a lot. Do I sack something else in case they're Heat Wave? I mean, man. I haven't even seen Orthworm yet. Can I win with Raboot? Maybe. Alright, let's go for Iron Head. They go Moonblast, so I think I'll live this. Oh, I don't live this. No way. They've got to be complete modest. And now I think I just straight up lose. Raboot against this thing. I don't know. If there's 0 HP, then Sucker Punch kills. I mean, does it? I think it does. Let's go for Sucker. Man, this turned from bad to worse. You go for Sucker. And it hits. And it kills. Okay. So I don't get swept. Which is great. But I feel like they just bring in the Dragalge and claim a kill. And then this is bad. I mean, if they don't go Dragalge, I don't know. Dragalge versus my Electrode. It's gotta kill with Draco. I mean, it really depends on how invested they are. And if I end up living and getting a Terra Blast off, I could potentially sweep Bongaro. So they go weird here. It's hurt by spikes and intimidate. Definitely just switch out here. As, I mean, they might just click Earth Power. But I'll live that. They might go for a screen here, though. Man, I am not doing very well. They brought great stuff against me. Switch out. Here goes Electrode. They set up Reflect. So there's just a couple turns of that. I feel like I might be able to catch them off guard. I feel like they should go for Earth Power, and I Terra Flying and taunt them to waste another turn of Reflect. I think I do that. It's my one Terra type I haven't brought. Well, actually, I don't even think I brought Terra Electric. So I'm gonna bring Terra Flying to not get hit by this Earth Power. Go for Taunt. Let's see if they expect this. Does it burn a turn? Can't use Light Screen. Okay, that works. I wonder if they can even touch me here. But I think I just go for the Thunderbolt. I don't know if there's much I can do against them. I'm pretty sure with the 2 spikes, though, I can kill the Orthworm in 1 hit. I really might be able to sweep this with Raboot. I need to do enough damage to Dragalge. So if I'm an Electrode, I Terra Blast it. It should be in range. And then Raboot High Jump Kick versus Luxray. I feel like it will kill the Luxray for sure. What else do they have? Decidueye. High Jump Kick does about 70% to a defensive Decidueye. Okay, so they go out to this thing. Yeah. Luxray. against my Electrode, which is this. So, if they wild charge me, they pick up a kill. But if they, if they Trailblaze, I'm actually invested to outspeed them the next turn. So my play would definitely be to Thunderbolt. Alright. I think this was definitely their best mod to go out to. I Thunderbolt. Good chunk. Go for Trailblaze. They go for Facade, and that'll knock me out. Yeah. Alright, now it is up to Raboot. Can Raboot clean? If I just had one more sack, I feel like I would be able to do it. But I don't think so. Let's check. Yeah, so they have Dragology is the biggest thing. What percent was Dragology at? And how much, like, HP are you? Because if you're no HP, I do, like, over 50. I can't afford to miss a high jump kick either. Alright, let's just go for it. It scares me there, like I'm gonna miss. Okay, so Raboot picks up 1 kill. And the Reflect wears off now. So it's perfect that I made that taunt play. Oh my goodness. This is definitely coming down to the wire. So I'm a fighting type now. What are they gonna go for? Malfesto is this thing. Suian Decidueye, they're at about 75%, maybe a little bit under. I feel like this is a roll to kill, depending on their spread. Let's see it. My jump kick connects and knocks out with a crit. Okay, we might have wanted to save that crit though. It really comes up to Dragology now. They go out to Dalamander. This thing dies, I'm pretty sure. Orthworm. Yeah, it definitely dies. No way. Come on, hit. Just hit this. Please hit this attack. What are they debating about? They're Choppleberry. Oh no. They definitely live. Chopple. What do they have? Body press? I live. And I hit another one. Oh my goodness. Dragology. I forget how much HP you have right now. I have 2 layers of spikes. They go Puke Puke. And they're at 50. They die to this hit. Oh my goodness. Come on. Please. Please hit. Please hit. Yes! Please. Yes! No way! Oh my goodness, I just reverse swept them. Raboot put in the absolute work. Oh my goodness. That was one of the best games I've ever had. Holy Raboot coming in clutch. Oh, I know one of you guys out there is going to love that. The GOAT Raboot. Oh, I'm so glad I brought Raboot. And now I made the playoffs. 2 more wins and I win this league. 2 more. I fucking won. Ah, oh, that's amazing. Such a good game. Holy. I thought it was over. But Raboot comes in, picks up, what, 5 kills? Kills Noctowl, Luxray, Orthworm, Decidueye, and Dragalge. Yeah, Raboot picks up 5. That is wild. Holy, no way. They say the crit mattered. What's your spread? Because what I was looking at is that it was a roll in my favor. I mean, no matter what, it was very, very close and a very good game anyways. And so you guys will be seeing me next week in the playoffs. We'll see if I'm 1, 2, or 3 seed. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next battle. See ya.